You ever watch someone change the second money enters their life? The same person who once said, "We'll build everything together," suddenly looks at you like you're holding them back. That's exactly what happened to me. I thought love meant standing by each other through struggle and success. But when her company signed a $100 million deal, my wife didn't just leave me. She tried to erase me. But she had no idea the man she walked away from was already planning a revenge she'd never forget. My name is Ryan, and this is how my wife's greed destroyed her, not because of what I did to her, but because of what I made her lose. When Emily and I got married, we were just two dreamers in a small apartment with a flickering bulb and shared instant noodles. She had big ambitions. She wanted to start her own marketing company, and I supported her completely. I worked double shifts, took out small loans, even sold my old car to help fund her startup. Every step of her journey, I was there, designing her first logo, coding her website, staying up till 3 a.m., proofreading her proposals. For years, we lived modestly. Then one morning, everything changed. Her company landed a $100 million partnership with a global tech giant. Overnight, she became a star in the business world. Interviews, magazine covers, events, champagne parties. I was proud at first. I really was. But slowly, the woman I loved disappeared behind designer clothes and fake smiles. She started correcting the way I talked, the way I dressed, even the way I introduced myself. "Ryan," she'd whisper through her fake grin, "stop telling people you helped me start the company. It sounds unprofessional." That one hurt, because I did help her start it. Every piece of it had my fingerprints. But I swallowed my pride and stayed quiet until one night. She came home from a gala, reeking of wine and arrogance. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Ryan, I think we should separate. I've outgrown this version of my life, and you." Just like that. No emotion. No guilt. I sat there stunned, but before I could say anything, she added, "Don't worry. I'll make sure you get something when the divorce settles. But don't think you're entitled to what I built." Those words stayed in my head like poison. What I built. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I just said, "All right, Emily, if that's how you feel, I won't stand in your way." But she had no idea I wasn't planning to leave empty-handed. Because years ago, when we started her company, I was the one who filed the initial paperwork. I was also listed as co-founder and partial investor. She'd forgotten that, because success makes some people blind. I met with my lawyer quietly. We went through every document, every signed agreement, every email where she thanked me for helping her start the dream. Legally, I still owned 40% of the company, and by law, she couldn't sell or make any major deal without my approval. So when her company's new deal came up for final signatures, guess whose signature was missing? Mine. When her board realized she had concealed that from investors, panic erupted. Her $100 million deal froze instantly. The tech giant pulled out. Sponsors backed away. The media turned on her faster than lightning. She stormed into my apartment 2 days later, furious. "You ruined everything. Do you realize what you've done?" I looked at her calmly and said, "You did that yourself when you forgot who helped you build it." She tried to threaten me with lawsuits, saying I'd lose everything if I didn't cooperate. My lawyer smiled when she did, because we'd already documented everything she'd hidden. Emails, contracts, even bank transfers proving I'd funded her in the early years. Her empire crumbled in weeks. Her board forced her out for ethical violations. She lost her public image, her investors, and even the penthouse she had moved into after leaving me. The last time I saw her, she was sitting in a small cafe, sipping black coffee, eyes hollow. She looked up as I walked in and said, "Ryan, you got what you wanted." I sat down across from her and replied softly, "No, Emily, I didn't want this. I just wanted you to remember who stood beside you when there was nothing to stand on." She looked down, tears falling silently. For the first time, she didn't look powerful. She looked human. As I stood to leave, she whispered, "I lost everything." I turned back and said, "No, Emily. You gave it away when you traded love for status. Now, I've rebuilt my own company, small but mine. Every time I see her name mentioned in the news, I don't feel anger anymore. Just a quiet reminder that success built on betrayal will always collapse under its own weight. Because in the end, revenge isn't about destroying someone's world. It's about letting them destroy it themselves. while you walk away free. If you like the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.